You know what they say about teaching. It's the only profession where it takes more work to be out of work than it does to just show up. If you've ever struggled getting your substitute plans together, then I have some tips for you. I'm Mary Beth from Brainwaves Instruction, and I'm happy to report that I have implemented some tricks and tips to make planning for a substitute a whole lot easier, and I'm going to share 3 of them with you today. One tip is to put together a substitute teacher binder. This is my substitute teacher binder, and I like to include everything from class lists to seating charts to important phone numbers, and of course, a sheet where the substitute can tell you how her day or his day went with your students. I also like to include an activity where subs can have students make name tags and they can stick them on their desk. That way the sub can easily call on students within the classroom. This substitute teacher binder will save you a ton of work because you can put it out every single time you have a substitute, along with your really detailed lesson plans. My second tip is to put together a set of emergency sub plans. This can be a challenge because your emergency plans are going to hit at a time when you can't prepare in the same way. And you want to create plans that make sense to interrupt any lesson, and you don't want them to be busy work. So I've found that creating plans that require no copies are the easiest, and a great way to do that is with listening comprehension and note-taking. I've also found that emergency sub-plans based on a poetry, analysis, and review lesson is a great idea, or even a creative writing lesson that taps into skills like figurative language and characterization are all great emergency sub-plans. Whatever you do, make 2 sets of the plans, hand them to 2 different people in your building, and that way, if you need to be out in an emergency, somebody can get it to the sub. My third tip is to set your substitute teacher up for success. And one way to do that is by making sure that your class lists and your seating charts are current and up to date. The second thing you could do is make sure that you talk to your students about the role of a substitute. Make sure your students understand how important subs are and how hard they're working, and your expectations for them while you're not in the classroom. And finally, it's a great idea to leave behind an extra writing prompt or activity that your substitute can give students in case they finish early or your lesson ends early. It's clear that preparing for a substitute can be time-consuming and tedious, but I promise you, if you put in the work, your students and your substitute teacher will thank you. If you'd like more information on my substitute teacher binder, or if you'd like a set of the copyless emergency sub-plans, just stop by my shop, Brainwaves Instruction, at Teachers Pay Teachers. Thanks so much for watching this video. You can like and share it, and you might want to even subscribe. That way you won't miss a thing. See you next time.